Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is Game 1 the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. He's a commander of the Allied Forces, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is game version 27, the new extended map. Scenario 1 with no other modifications, but KilRoy have the working American torpedoes at the start of the war. We are now arriving at the end of May 42. Like I said before, KilRoy consumed most of his Navy assets, and the Navy I think is hampered and crippled. Lost most of his carriers, a lot of battleships and cruisers. For me, so far, it was only submarines and destroyers going down. And one escort carrier. But maybe this will soon change. Overall, the next days and weeks will be, I think, less active. Simply, KilRoy don't have anything more to throw on me, at least at the Navy side. And Air Force, he holding back so far for some reasons. Sweeping Nomaya and a small Navy strike. And there's a destroyer in port. And we land. Oh my. Skillful Navy bombers creating a horizontal hit. And for a destroyer, this is 250 kilo, roughly 500 pounds. This can create damage. Yeah, but in Comac I don't have an AV or air HQ, so I cannot use their torpedoes. Scenario 1 has some limitation at how many HQs you have early on the war. I think in end of 42, 43 there are 2-3 more HQs coming, so I also conquered maybe too many bases. It's simply the little equipment I have is at too many locations. So to be very successful can have some drawbacks. This is a typical ground bombardments in open clear terrain, so where my strike aircraft can locate the enemy, and it's much easier to create some damage. And beginning of June I will make a new report, maybe, or explanation about what is the industry and R&D situation. KilRoy is still using his flying tigers to make harassment attacks. So, reported hit on blue again. This is now here heavy terrain, so much less likely to create a hit. Here, in clear terrain, my light bombers can still manage to hurt this Chinese forces. But the Chinese army is more or less broken. KilRoy keep controlling Chongqing and temporarily some other towns in central China, but the strategic situation is, of course, heavily in favor for the Japanese now. Some Blenheims attacking me here, but this is a rough terrain very hard to create a hit. Maybe it will create some fatigue, but little enemy fire will always keep the soldier awake and ready, and not let them sleep and be slow. So my tank's trying again to push here out the Space Force. Yeah, no victory, but still chipping away more and more Chinese. A broken Chinese corps, nothing left. And the siege of Nanchang is still continuing. Sometimes more successful, sometimes less. I also sent 2 divisions to retake this base east of Chengdu. Again, Chengdu is a panda city, so if you want to see the real pandas, you can go and come to Chengdu. Chengdu is an international airport. It's a nice city, and the female population is much more open-minded. Good. This was a victory. And I try here with some Thai forces with support with Japanese artillery to achieve a victory, but Chinese can hold a little longer. Yeah, I mean Thai forces and Chinese forces, I think they're equally strong, weak, whatever. Yeah. And these are my block divisions. Simply only to let KilRoy know that I maybe retreated out of Nomaya with my main attack forces, but I will not give up the battle in the long run. It's more or less a siege of Nomaya. Good. So, no big surprise this turn. And 1 successful hit on the destroyer. I cannot ask for too much in these days. So air losses was equally. So Catalina gets killed by Flak, maybe or Comac, who knows. And the others are all ops losses. I have 1 wounded pilot. Is okay. Ship sunk. There was no sinking sound. There's also no report of a sinking ship. Everything fine so far. I retook this base. Luckily the industry is still ready to use. Okay. And I also achieve a victory here, but this is nothing left to really worried. Maybe these 2 Chinese forces also will surrender sooner or later. More in very simple terms, yeah. These are all pattern or only harassment units, so I have to take care. There's a main big Chinese army here, but starving and morally lost case. And the new rebuilding up Chinese army is in Chongqing and too strong for me to enter the city. So sooner or later, KilRoy will come out with a new army. Yeah. And I will have to prepare for this. Yeah. Ceylon is secured. I will not go for India. I simply have not the forces for this. I choose to invest in a campaign against Australia. And again, scenario 1, you have to choose. You go New Zealand, you go Australia, or you go India. I don't believe that you can handle more at the same time. That I keep forces on New Caledonia is already a weakness in my strategy, but it will also force KilRoy to act here. So we're blocking each other on New Caledonian. If this is now in favor for Japan or for America or the Allies, it's hard to say. But again, I try in this game a little more Australia. Before the match with KilRoy, I was trying and also was successful in this to take the North Island of New Zealand, because normally you only need the northern part. The southern part is not much to be worried about. And again, of course, take this island is the first step. The second step is still how to maintain this. If you are not able to sink the Allied carriers early in 42, to capture New Zealand can be a risky operation, because all your forces maybe will never leave Mother Island. So once you destroy the Allied carriers, there's opportunity and option to really take New Zealand and maybe then keep it to mid of 43 and simply delay any Allied activity. But it's very risky, and it must execute this. It's much easier to take Ceylon, and I would say to 90% I would say take Ceylon if possible compared to New Zealand. Ceylon is in range of long range bombers, Port Blair, Rangoon. It's not far away from Singapore, and yeah, I think this is much easier for Japan to maintain and control. Good, anything else? There was no other battle here, only this one strike. I have here 4 ships reported in port. No air activity. I cannot say more. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.